Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very Elgar.
Too small.
So nice to wear.
I guess.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is J.W. Crump, and I don't have time to worry about immigration and why she's crying over there.
I'm Alexander Price, and a handbag is a simple item that could come along.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and we bring it up, we slip it on, we give a look. We are selling this hat.
You guys were swirl twins. Yay! And this is going to be Cycle 11, Episode 8. Now you see me, now you don't. Or my episode title, The Girls Who Form a UN of Models.
That's so good. That's so good.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy.
I'm so glad that joke happened in this way at this moment.
Thank you very much. Now, before we get into episode 8 proper, Alexander did his cycle by cycle emotional labor.
Canonically, JW and I do not watch the recap episode, but I wrote down the description on Amazon.
Please
and
do
I wanted
that
to read it to you, Alexander, so you can tell me if it's accurate.
Okay.
A look at never-before-seen footage of the Cycle 11 contestants that includes the ladies improvising a rap in the hot tub, one girl revealing a hidden talent, and a very candid chat between Tyra and the model wannabes.
2 out of 3 of them are true. I don't remember the third one, but maybe it'll come up in my notes and I blocked it out. So for some reason, this episode is titled Top Model Confidential again, which wasn't that last cycles?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Because apparently now that's just going to be canon.
Mm-hmm.
We are told that they were bathing beauties, bumblebees, and broken hearts. Those all did track. Now, it does, I will say.
I hope it's not real bumblebees and it's just Sam in a bumblebee costume out of nowhere.
Well, this is, I'm going to say up top, this is one that that wasn't really hard for me to watch. And in some ways is somewhat required viewing. And you'll understand why.
Oh.
So we do the perfect, though, back to the beginning, no fluff. Let's go to auditions and just work forward. Did you know that turntable that they were on for the laser shoot? That was actually spinning and very fast.
So that's why Hannah was doing robot poses to survive.
Yeah. They also showed us 2 exercises that the girls did that did not appear on the show. One of them was to stare at shitty, tiny little TV monitors where Tyra came up with poses and they had to match. The poses were just faces and the faces were just doing emotions. They had to.
I'm sorry. The poses were just faces, and the faces were doing emotions. Sums up Tyra's whole approach.
Yeah.
So well.
Yeah. So they had to copy flirty, oops, and joyful. Okay. We got to move on. I have 8 pages of notes on this.
Oh my God.
Then they did the modification movement cubes, which was a cube of fluorescent lights, and they just had to switch poses when the flash goes or when it flashes. You know who immediately kills? Sheena. Sheena's doing upside down poses. She's doing everything. But of course we can't see that because Sheena's the worst person ever. Also, Sharon, remember how we talked about like when she came in the first episode, she's like, I am America's Next Top Model. Mm-hmm. She did that in her audition too.
Ugh.
So it was not the Sharon personality. This is just Brittany Brown, I think was her name. Mm-hmm. We hear the full story of Hannah's moose encounter.
I'm sorry, we didn't already get the full story.
I was about to say, how is there more chapters to that story?
Well, we learn of another thing that Alaska doesn't have, and that's bicycles, because Hannah was walking her paper route in the morning, and that's when she was confronted by a moose. I'm very confused by this. Number one, if there are so few people in Alaska, I would assume those houses are far apart.
Yeah.
So walking the paper route, I guess if you only have 3 papers to deliver, that's easy enough. But also, Guess who was transphobic at the audition? Sharon.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, please not someone new.
No. And also, this is the weirdest part about the auditions. They rewrite history, and when Tyra is calling up the people to be on the show, she says, McKee, Sharon.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. We didn't want to explain Britney's again, I guess.
I really feel like Top Model, the show, has an issue with object permanence, which we will discuss in episode 8.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Before they got to move into the house, they had to play a fun party game. There was a bench of clutches, and in one clutch, there was the house key. And the girl who found the magic key in the bag would get to choose their bed, even if someone already had taken it, because only 13 beds.
Oh, now here's a question that I have that I am going to pause you. Did Brittany find the key and then decide to name herself McKee? Because she just said out loud, my key. And everyone
Good
was
joke.
like,
Good joke. Better joke. Nikisha wins.
Also a key name. Perfect.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't they let Nikisha have that fun moment?
I don't know. Sam is the one that gets fucked out of a bed, and so she makes a little dog bed on the floor.
Oh.
Sam was fine with that.
Yeah.
Sam was like, I'll
She's
sleep
like,
on
blanket
carpet.
fort.
Yeah.
At the Magic Castle, there was a volunteer portion of the show. Can you guess who went up?
Jocelyn.
Yep. And it was a bad trick words shoe. Okay. This is what I brought up about last episode. Alina and Sheena get into it in the van after the first panel.
Really?
Sheena, so it's about eating meat. Alina's going like, it's disgusting. No one should ever do it. And Sheena says like a very rational, poetic circle of life motif of like, that's fine for you to decide that. But I have, I eat meat and this is why, and we become food for them and whatever. Basically, she's like, you can believe that. Please don't attack me. And Sheena Alina has to get up and move to the other side of the bus and bitch about Sheena. It's here. Also, I'm going to say it. Editors don't like Alina, and it's all in this episode.
Wow.
The rapper was Nikisha, and she's very good at it.
Fun.
Once again, we can't see that.
Yep.
Nikisha doesn't get to have fun.
Sam is a very good beatboxer as well. She laid down the beat for Nikisha.
Oh, I also love the Sam Nikisha friendship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We see a friendship between Brittany and Isis that includes face punching and baby powder throwing.
Isis was just friends with everyone.
Seemingly.
That's all we've learned is that Isis had a unique and special, nice friendship. Just like McKee said, she was really one of us.
Remember how we thought the good fear switch was the extent of what happened?
Oh, no.
No. Oh, no.
Miss J was the evil fear switch who was giving dad makeovers. What? And then the good fear switch came and shoved him out of the magic mirror to deliver the good makeovers.
Why edit that out?
How could you tell which makeover was which?
Ooh.
She fully chest bumps Jay out of the frame.
That seems like a lot of work and preparation to edit it out of the episode proper.
Okay. And when we get to the makeovers, Sheena says, I hope my hair doesn't fall out. Cut to Tyra saying, no one could have predicted what happened next. I'm sorry, Sheena predicts it because her hair starts coming out in chunks that they have to give her clip-ins and weaves. Those highlights are not her hair because there's a whole part for the back of Sheena's head missing.
Oh my god.
It's in the sink. There were clumps in the sink, on the floor. Sheena puts her hand through her hair and just hair comes out.
That's awful. Was it from like the bleach? Is that what it was?
Because they were trying to process it too quickly.
Yeah, to get anything to show up in hair that dark, you would have to fry it. You would have to kill it.
It like falling out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God,
it was terrible. Hannah gets a lot of screen time with Alaska pixie dust, which is just thick glitter that she puts in envelopes to send back home, which sounds like...
Wait, she's glitter bombing people?
Yes.
I I will say that's kind of the most interesting thing we've learned about Hannah, though.
It was
What a
something
gentle. She was our gentle prankster all along.
No, it wasn't a prank. It was to protect her from mean girls and having her feelings hurt.
She does not say that.
Yes, she does. I hate Hannah.
Never say that again.
Alexander,
I
be
love
careful.
Hannah.
All three of us are always making eye contact.
Alina goes in on Isis and says that she looks like a possessed hyena and some sort of dragon and not a model.
Some sort of dragon's an interesting critique.
Lena really likes to talk about people who don't look like models, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. And here is a good Marjorie moment. And it's also interesting for this next episode. Marjorie says that Alina is pretty arrogant and really wants to be taken seriously, like every teenager.
Ooh,
Oh,
that is a read.
It was...
How do you say read in French? Because that is it.
Clark, remember how JW disagreed that Clark was not being full-on sexy
Sexual?
time with Nigel?
uh-oh.
They give her full porn music underneath as she
Oh,
slinks
God.
into the pool, including so hot whispered in the background of this song.
So the show disagreed with JW is what
Yes.
you're saying. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with stock music.
There was a really good look from McKee regarding the bee, though. So a little bee was they were hanging out in the living room, and a little bee got in a light. And Clark and Lauren Bree try to murder the bee by smacking it with a blanket and covering it in hairspray. And McKee, who says I hate bees, she's like, I don't like bees, but I don't want to kill it. So she grabs the hairspray out of Clark's hand and refuses to give it back. Then she takes the bee outside, where she puts a little water on it and tries to give it water and sits next to it as it dies.
Oh,
He and the bee.
McBee.
Alina was on Clark's snatch all the time.
Ugh.
She also calls Jocelyn a hair show model at the mall in the middle of nowhere. And then when Clark goes home, she literally says, "My girlfriend went home today," and is fucking crying about it.
Wow.
So that relationship was weirder than just what we saw.
Uh-huh. And so then we get to our, here are the girls left. And let me tell you the descriptions. And I want to know who you think the show thinks is going to win. Marjorie, awkward yet incredibly photogenic girl that hails from France. Sheena, the sassy and sexy girl from Harlem, New York. Alina, stoic stunner from Seattle. Samantha, spunky and fun-loving from Woodland Hills, California. Annalee, pretty and peace-loving girl from Sacramento, California.
Never has one been so literal. She literally loves just peace, the physical, tangible object.
Jocelyn, sweetheart with the unmistakable voice from Lucky, Louisiana. Or McKee, the statuesque beauty from Lake Forest, Illinois. Who do you think the show thinks is going to win? Because I think it's Marjorie. The way they fucking give her hails from France.
Well, also, why doesn't Jocelyn get a descriptor of how she's been just doing so great in photos?
Yeah.
She gets made fun of.
Yeah.
With the unmistakable voice.
It was very strange because in this recap, it seemed like they were Alina is the worst person. Clark and Hannah are harmless. We don't see anything from Clark. And then basically McKee has a personality we haven't seen, and Sheena should be listened to because she's a truth teller.
I mean, truly, from your recap of the recap, it just makes me be like Team Nikisha more.
Right?
You seem
Right?
so great.
Anyways, it was weirdly interesting to watch this episode.
Yeah,
and I did it
really revealing.
after. I did it after. I did 8, and then I decided to watch the recap, and I was very confused.
Ooh, it's like the extended content you didn't know you need to show that this Sheena Alina thing has been ongoing.
Brewing.
Yeah. But now you see that recap. Now you don't, because we are back in episode 8. And finally, even the previously on is going to say hoochie. I'm surprised it took him this long, truly. What do we think is in all these silver purses behind Sheena's head?
ANTM Barbies.
Packing peanuts.
Oh, yay!
Uneco-sustainable packing peanuts.
I love this whole moment for Sheena of talking about how the judges don't think she's model-esque as she is perfectly posed on a moving bus.
Yep.
Direct your moment.
It was so weird at first to see Marjorie pumping Alina up, but then I realized what she was actually doing is just relaying bad news, and I was like, "Oh, that's the Marjorie I know."
Yep.
I like Sheena am fed up with the beginning of the Marjorie Alina alliance about just the European disease. The outsized reaction of saying you're trying to erase my culture really in a 2021 lens seems white nationalist.
Well, I'm like, it's one thing to say you have a cultural difference. It's another thing to say you could never understand.
Yeah. Jocelyn rolling her eyes was everyone.
I'm not 100% sure that shot happened right here, just because we never see a wide shot that includes her. That being said, I'm glad that Jocelyn was giving production something to work with. But you know who we do know was in the moment was Samantha. Who, I'm sorry, is just not the person to have the other side of this conversation.
No.
Agreed.
But also, like, Samantha is a doof, right? Everyone knows she's a doof. All the other girls have to know she's a doof. She responds doofily.
Now, did I love, kind of out of nowhere, her going, "Didn't you move here when you were 8?"
She's been listening.
She has the receipts.
Mm-hmm.
But then, how could you ever get your feelings this hurt by Sam?
That's what I'm saying.
Sam, who like seems truly confused as to why they are upset and also why they were talking about it in the first place.
But also, how can Alina have her cake and eat it too, right? Because she said this whole thing was her mother, she was controlling and Russian, but now it's who she is. And how dare you criticize the way I was raised? It's like, you've done that. You've criticized the way you were raised all the time up until now. But now that you have this excuse and we now learn that you're Ukrainian, now it's okay for you to be a raging bitch and like not show emotions.
Well, I'll say I still, the way she presents herself on the show, Alina doesn't bother me. That being said, I kind of wish she had just said, "This is the way I am, and that's just the way I am."
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, if you personalized it and didn't seem to say, because she kind of seems to say, "I think this is also a flaw, but I'm not going to take any action to improve it." If Alina came in as like, "I don't mind that I'm this way. This is who I am."
Mm-hmm.
And also I'll give you the context for why I am this way. But Alina and Marjorie themselves seem to imply or outright say often that they do think this way of being is not the way to be.
I guess. I think, though, it's that they're in this echo chamber with each other. And like, I've been in shows with these people. I can't stand these people that just start working each other up and like huffing on each other's farts about because yes, they go like, this is just how we are. And also, doesn't it suck to deal with Americans? And I'm like, when we get to Sheena later, it's basically, yeah, like this is where I was like, Sheena is Alexander. My mother is foreign, has an accent. At the same time, I can still I can have multitudes. I'm not just like, well, I'm European. Fuck it, I guess. I can't stand the two of them together. I think is what
it becomes this whole thing. And for my money, I don't think anybody comes out of this looking great except for McKee, Jocelyn, and Annalie, who wisely mostly stay out of this.
I was about to say they come out looking great because they don't get involved.
Yeah. I think Alina is clearly working through some childhood trauma shit with her mom. And I respect that because I truly think everybody has that like big early relationship that they have to work through that like springs up when you don't expect it. The whole we're being attacked moment, I have serious issues with, especially after seeing what ISIS had to go through in this house.
Mm-hmm.
That, and also this complete disregard of Sheena, right? Sheena is also of a different culture.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, no, you're a New Yorker. And it's, I think. It
feels like there's a lot of deliberate misunderstanding to me. It feels like a lot of people are going out of their way to misunderstand each other.
Yes.
On both sides, though.
On both
think,
sides,
for sure.
Oh, yeah. I also think, though, it would be more accurate, perhaps, if Alina, Marjorie, and Annalie all realize that the reason they get along is because they're all from the Pacific Northwest. And they all have a similar vibe because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And not this French, the French and the Ukrainians are the same. Because I would disagree that is entirely true.
Because the 3-person lines are drawn. And Alexander just listed one team, Alina, Annalie, and Marjorie. And then we get Sheena, Sam with McKee as a bonus, and Jocelyn somewhere puking. Like out of frame, does not care. Just like my earlier opening quote
She
said.
says that Jocelyn feels like she's starting to break down, and I just wrote in all caps, "No, not Jocelyn, you monsters." And this is not the last of my all caps notes.
There was a captions crunch that I can't tell if it actually crunched or if my brain was trying to fill in a hole. Because Sheena says of Alina and Marjorie, in this competition, that's going to be their default. But I'm pretty sure she either said or meant to say downfall.
No.
Now, I can twist my mind to be like, she's trying to say that's going to be their go-to for excuse for everything. But that's a weird sentence.
I think that's what she meant, though. I actually do think that's what she meant.
My other thing for this entire interaction is that I just really wish that the word immigrant never got used.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
I also, as we see with her quote too, Jocelyn seems fucking done with this conversation.
Oh my
It's
God.
very centered around whiteness and otherness. And Jocelyn is like, I deal with like,
I finally got rid of the majority of the racists in the house. Can I please
Can we not?
take a break?
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one time I liked the use of the word immigration is when Jocelyn said, I don't have time to worry. Because I don't have time to worry about immigration is just so objectively funny because she's actually not thinking about it in a global way.
Oh, yeah,
She
no.
just means in her house.
I agree.
So the Marjorie photo.
Oh my God. No, the Broadway font.
Oh. Kudos to you, Nigel. Incredible. J'adore.
Aren't you a little bit sad that they didn't write out incroyable?
Yes. Mine is so off center. This photo is so shoved to the side.
Mine was a good, oh, look, she's paying.
Yeah, see, mine was pee-pee, but with the accent.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
This Tyra mail, Tyra's going to lose her post office job. She's losing this pension, right? This photo.
This is my favorite one for all the wrong reasons so far, because in this one, Tyra's just like, what's the mail?
Uh-oh.
It's so funny. I didn't know it would take us 11 cycles to get to my favorite Tyra mail because this is it. These photos, not the postcard, not the patch, not any of that.
Nope.
But these photos should have been recurring.
What?
Oh, okay, hold up. Because I want to say that for once, Marjorie is Alexander because Marjorie's face when the next two guests were introduced one by one is exactly, and I mean exactly, the face that I know Alexander made when he watched this happen. So for once, the two of y'all can bond over something.
Alexander, you're usually our location scout for the show, especially when we're in LA. What is this location? Where are we?
Okay, this is actually kind of fascinating. They are at Jules Catch One Bar and Nightclub.
Okay.
It's West Pico in LA. This is fascinating. This was the longest running black gay dance bar in Los Angeles and one of the first black discos in the United States. It almost closed. It got caught. There is a documentary about this club distributed by Ava DuVernay. And Jules Thias Williams, who is the owner of it, lesbian, also opened a nonprofit for educating lower income communities on nutrition and living a more healthy lifestyle.
Awesome.
It's served as like a political organizational place. It's like maybe the best place they've ever been.
Yeah, this is fascinating. Really deserved a Tyron.
Agreed.
Yeah, at least we got a close up on the neon sign, I guess, so we did know where they were. But yeah, I would have loved some history from one of our many many
Oh
guests.
my God.
This is just a reunion episode coming up.
All right. I need to know how you thought I was going to react to this
I wrote
introduction.
in all caps, no, the swirls are back. Alexander will be so upset.
I wrote, because I wrote the note after our next guest, after the Azorel twins, was like, wow, what kind of emotional roller coaster did Alexander have to go on? This is the worst of the swirls. This is the worst of them.
I just wrote not the swirls because when it came on, I just like, we can't. I thought we were
their
done.
Intro quote, because they just have one, because they think that even though it's the third time they've appeared, it's going to be a reveal that they're twins.
One of us is ordinary, but the two of us are extraordinary. You may remember us from a couple of cycles back when we taught the girls a swirl. And today we're here to do something similar. We're here to teach you how to work with accessories, gloves, scarves, hats, how to make that squaws hats, how to make that garment sell for the designer. It's working the garment, the versatility of it. We're going to demonstrate how we would do that.
The affectation has gotten so thick.
Oh my! I had to transcribe accessories, gloves, squabs, hits. Because I
Alarv.
didn't understand what they were saying.
Alarv. Also, you'll notice it's Richard. It's just one of them that speaks, and then Ron gets to throw in the like punchline sometimes.
Is that what happened last time? Because there's another time that one of them didn't get to speak. Is poor Ron just second twin?
No, if Ron speaks, his little whisper of a mustache will fly off his face.
But you know who is here for twins? Sam. Sam is enchanted by the idea of two people.
Here's my question. And this goes to a point you made on a previous episode, JW, about there being a drastically reduced budget for this cycle.
Yeah.
This is your lesson for the commercial episode? Did Tyra burn all of her acting bridges?
Yes.
Where is Tasha Smith? Give it to us. Anywhere. You'll know in last episode, we had Mike Rosenthal and Jim DeYonker, which love seeing him, but also it feels like Cycle 11 has 2 episodes in a row now. That's a lot of friends of the show in a way
and
that also makes me think less money.
Judges doing the teaches.
That's true. That's true. Cycle 11 just had a lower budget in some way, shape, or form. But this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing.
Not only was it nothing, it was a trap.
Yeah.
It was a trap.
Every contestant that takes this lesson into the challenge gets read for it.
We cannot have gay men teach these models to do something that a pink-haired lady is going to have to watch.
That is just something that we all know.
Yes. But that's what this season is.
Okay.
Hats off to you. Let's do it.
Okay. So then...
hold on, before we move on.
Okay.
Did anyone... This is what I had to write. McKee does like a ring-a-ding-ding with the hat. She's a hot ticket boy. McKee is a hot ticket boy.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the hot ticket boy haircut.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, they love Sheena. So, just like Benny Ninja before.
Every guest loves Sheena.
Yeah. The only person who ever didn't was when Sheena fully put a purse up her snooch. And even then it was like, well, you weren't the worst.
Tostino's campaign manager, Nina Tarantino or whatever her name was.
Oh, I wish that had been an ad for Tostinos. And then Sheena just put the full package like right in front of her.
She like dips her head down and comes up with a chip in her mouth.
Yep.
The wink, the tongue out. Oh, see, I was going pizza roll.
Yeah,
you were
pizza
going
rolls.
Chips?
Tostitos, Totinos, Tostinos.
Yeah.
All 3. Why are we allowed to have 3 brands that are that close to names?
Yeah, guys, I never put this together, but those 3 brands aren't differentiated enough for my liking. Then we get someone who in the past Alexander has praised.
I could be wrong sometimes.
What an author photo, though.
Right?
Got to give it up for that author photo.
Okay, I did a little dive, a 6 foot pull.
You did a wade.
Yeah, I wanted to look up to see if there are any fun Amazon reviews of Freak Show.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
They're mostly quite positive, but there's one that is funny for the most silly reason. So this is an Amazon 1-star review of Freak Show from Andrew S. The title of the review is Not As Advertised. And this is a Canadian review from last year.
What?
And here's the whole review. Advertised as hardcover, was not hard covered.
What?
And
That's amazing.
didn't know that I needed the phrase hard covered. Advertised as hardcover, was not hardcover. So mad at a paperback. I love it, Andrew S.
They're going to be doing an avant-garde invisible model runway.
Fashion preview.
Was the preview because this is a first draft of a dress for most of this?
I have
Yeah.
so many questions about how this worked. Like the whole presentation.
Okay. So we meet Nani Tochterman. Right?
Noni Tochterman.
Sorry.
Yeah, Noni for sure.
Noni Tochterman.
Fashion designer for Petrozilia.
And their job is to impress Noni, and her fashionable friends, which include the Swirlers.
Yeah.
I guess you couldn't kick him out just yet.
They're like, oh, we're going to continue. We're here for this fashion show. I love this girl.
And if you ever wanted a Steven Universe character to be part of Top Model, the look for Noni is just fantastic. Just like the most bright pink bubblegum hair, the funnest grandma clothes.
She's got a pretty fun Instagram.
She does? That's great.
I found her on Instagram and she has a pretty fun one. She also has a designer son named Itai Drory,
Okay.
Ooh.
who's a privately contracted artist and makes custom lighters, wallets, bags. He takes a lot of like vintage Louis Vuitton and like cuts it up and sews it back together.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And they seem to be a very loving family. Oh, yeah.
I also, well, that's good because I generally liked her in this episode. So I'm glad to hear that outside of the show, she also seems pretty awesome. I also loved, Hannah, when you said has a fashion son. And in my head, I was like, oh, real fashionable son. Just like the latest in son designer.
I think she is. I like her. I just wish they had informed her of what had happened.
Had just happened. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
James St. James comes to the back as a dinosaur horned, white suited individual.
Accurate.
Winter Bowser.
It's like Winter Wedding Bowser.
Miser.
Haha.
To introduce Anne Soket.
Who seemed very happy to be by James St. James.
Well, yes. This was the point where I realized I had to say, how tall is Anne Soket?
I think
Let
she's
me
pretty
tell you.
tall.
5'10".
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she always wears heels, according. Like she's like, oh, I always wear heels. So that puts her at like 6 foot, 6'1" or 2.
Also, captions dirtied up Anne Choquette's lovely, like, little reaction because she goes, "Oh my gosh," and they changed it to "Oh my god," and I was like,
That's
not my
Choquette.
Anne Choquette. She said, "Gosh," like a little delight, and then the description of this prize, I wrote down word for word, and it's my favorite thing ever because the winner is going to be in a holiday fashion and accessories story in the December-January issue, which later Alina does the smart thing and says winter spread. And I'm like, yeah, that's what that was.
Barely.
So specific.
I can't believe we've gotten this far into this without saying what these contestants are going to have to do. Maybe it's because I truly don't understand how this worked.
Okay.
I barely did.
So they have to wear Green Man outfits that cover
Entire
their
face, too.
Yep, head to toe, and then show off the dress. And the audience has to look at a tiny television.
Yes.
Even though the models are right in front of them.
Yes.
Yeah, they should have been in a different. They should have been
Room.
behind the curtain.
A different
They
room
should have
or
shot it
curtain.
the other way, right? And
It just doesn't make sense.
so they have the model moving. Then they have a tiny screen where the model has been chroma keyed out
Yeah. You just see the clothes.
and accessories.
And the craziest part about this, to me, was that every time a contestant went up to Twirl and Swirl, they put next to their name a little picture from the group shot, like we had forgotten what they looked like.
Not just their name. I would have given them their name.
Yeah, the name is fine. Yeah.
I'm going to double down though on this. I want to say that the picture of their face came up with their name on the screen. so that when Nani said their names, she knew who she was talking to.
But we didn't need to see that.
No, of course not.
So
Also,
funny.
James St. James has to like hold them by the hand to let them out because they
can't
cannot
see.
Also, Alina's having a panic attack for no reason.
And I'm not going to say that I wouldn't have for a little while.
No.
I'm very claustrophobic, and that is not something I would have needed to calm down. And I actually appreciate the journey she went on. But when she got distracted by music, she was like, oh, okay, I can do this now. I don't want to skip this quote because I rarely pre-write jokes, but I wrote one
Ooh.
because I don't even remember who said it. It does not matter. But one of the models said, I could do something that pertained to my teaching. And I was like, said every NY student ever. Just happy that cabaret finally gives them a chance to use whatever random divisional class they took.
These dresses are ugly and cheap.
Yeah, I'm usually more forgiving of bad fashion because I don't know the difference. I wear a t-shirt and gross felt shorts most days. These are ugly, and I knew it. And that means that they were ugly.
The
They
seams.
looked like Barbie clothes
Yes.
that had gone through a Gigantor.
Yes. The stitching on some of these, on the edges of things, were so badly puckered. It's as though it was like Teen Project Runway, and then they foisted them upon these women.
All of them looked very Project Runway, and I'm going to say, in Marjorie's defense, I think that dress wasn't made well, and that's why it kept falling off.
It also didn't fit. We had to see them like, and
Yeah.
Marjorie is a stick of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get penalized after spending, 25 minutes for the Swirl Twins for twirling too much, what are you supposed to do?
Especially when part of their brief was like to show off the features of the outfits. And I'm like, yeah, they're in stuff that is flowy. And Sam, Sheena, other folks
Gosselin.
wanted to show that off.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I didn't disagree that Jocelyn took off that belt and definitely should have gotten a little bit of Sheena's strumpet because
Brittany
it's
of yore.
yeah.
Taking off the belt is fine. Looping it around your neck is not the choice.
That's the moment.
What did we
Yeah.
think about Annalee's attitude pearls? What I did love about the models not being able to see was it allowed Anne Choquette to make the most disgusted faces straight to their, like, not
Yeah.
caring.
This is Anne Choquette back to uh-oh mode.
I do love that the highest compliment we could give for the eventual winner was, I could tell that you really tried to show the sleeve.
She describes the sleeve as, quote, one of the features of that dress. And I'm like, I'm going to argue it's the only feature of that dress.
Was the puckering also a feature of the dress?
Yeah, of course.
The shoddy, you didn't show off the shoddy construction. And I'm going to say that's a fault.
What were these? Because I want to imagine maybe she was like, these are samples, these are scraps, these are like, this is what I'll allow you to use.
That's what it seemed like.
It did.
We know that Alina is going to win because she's the only person that gets a somewhat positive critique.
Oh, there was no suspense here.
And this is where I need to hop off the Sam train for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Because when you say the Alina shouldn't win because she's an atheist and therefore hates holidays.
But Sam loves Christmas.
I love Christmas too, and I'm also an atheist.
Oh my god.
I've just never heard that argument before.
My husband has been an atheist since childhood and is a flipping Christmas elf of a man.
He celebrates Arbor Day.
The most religious holiday in my household.
It's just so,
Mother Nature.
it's just nonsensical. And the fact that this gets like picked up and reiterated.
Yeah, I'm going to say this beyond hopping off the Sam train. This is where I also take a pause from the Sheena, the Sheena love too.
Yeah.
This photo shoot though is not. I don't know what Anne Choquette was.
We should say that Alina wins and she gets to pick two friends, and of course she picks one half of Model UN and picks
Team
Annalie
Pac-No.
and Marjorie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
These photos. This is not winter.
How is this winter to me? I was hoping one of y'all could tell me.
I'm from Southern California, and I guess you could wear these in the winter because it's 60 degrees. But
To
this
me,
is
it
not
was-
winter.
It was winter for the Gossip Girl actors going clubbing. Yeah.
I do think Annalie ended up with a pretty fun shot.
Annalie was clearly the winner of this
yeah.
shoot. And Annalie is the one who would hire for 17, so it makes sense.
And Marjorie does a pose that is not appropriate for what they're selling.
Also, we hear so much of the photographer who never gets named.
No.
Yeah, which is interesting because we, again, like you said, we heard so much. We also got Anne Choquette in a second look, which I always appreciate more Anne Choquette time, especially when she's at work doing her job and starts speaking like a normal person every single time. It is so consistent that when she's at these advertorials, she's like, okay, I'm a person again. So
yeah, this is one of the shortest things that I don't know if I would have necessarily got it right away, this Tyra mail, that they immediately get.
Yeah, I was surprised they got this so quickly because to me, this didn't read commercial or cover girl. Unless I just missed something.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just really good.
They're really good they're really good this cycle.
But Jocelyn is so sick.
My God.
And it's not so much right here, but later in this episode, we've had a lot of contestants who have claimed to feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Jocelyn ends up looking horrible, so sick, so pale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I'm just a little bit suspicious about how sick are you? Are you just actually really tired and stressed? And I get that. And I'm not saying you're not those things, but calling it sick, Jocelyn is sick.
Yes.
She's sick and exhausted looking.
You're probably exhausted of the house.
I mean, yeah. So we head into the kitchen where Sheena is making food for everyone and marinating meat for tomorrow, which is a real bold choice to think that you're going to stay around, Sheena, after the way that judges treat you.
Yeah, right.
And Sam says teriyaki sauce in a not fun voice.
No.
And then Annalie very gently calls her on this and says, hey, and she says, when you do the accents, which means this is not the first time. And I don't even think it's the first time we've heard
said it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Annalie is like, hey, when you do the accents, you should know that can come across a little offensive. So I would just watch out for that, which I was like, that's the gentlest way you could say
and
that.
that is being a friend.
Yes. I think Annalie wanted to be like, you're on television, so you don't know what's going to get cut into the episode. So maybe Sam, no, not so much.
The way Sam says the word offensive, as though she has never heard that word before.
And truly, maybe not.
But this is where, like, you can't always fall back on being a doof, my friend.
No.
Well, and Sheena says that she's not offended. And so that gives Sam all the, permission that she needs to continue doing this. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Sheena might not be offended. And when it's just the two of them, if Samantha wants to do that, absolutely.
Sure.
Like, so that's fine. But, Sheena's kind of giving Samantha the permission to just do it in general. And
but see, this is where it's, I think, Alina prodding, because Alina wasn't in the conversation. And Sheena says, like, well, it seems like we had that fight yesterday and now you guys are acting a certain way. Like, it seems like you've grouped up and are like, you've created this little like group, right? And then Alina says, oh yeah, since you insulted us. And I was like, insulting is a strong choice of words.
And I think this whole fight's gonna, and we can run down kind of what happens, but I think this all comes down to the fact that it's actually a lot more simple of this. And just like Marjorie and Alina just don't like Sheena and Samantha.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
And they've almost like, it feels like both halves have almost like tried to create a reason for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then Sheena goes into this long thing reiterating the atheist v Christmas holiday spread.
I mean, the dumbest argument.
It is truly so stupid that Alina doesn't even know how to respond to it.
This goes back to, I think, what I was saying before about just we're going to deliberately misunderstand each other so we have reasons to feel either victimized or virtuous.
They are reaching for some of these arguments that they are making.
Though Marjorie stirring it up, being like, she's calling you a hypocrite. I was like, okay, I don't like.
Again, though, I kind of love this version of Marjorie who's just like, sounds like she's saying that you're the beneficiary of something that you shouldn't have deserved. Bye.
How did you feel about this dual confessional, though?
Just curving all the way out of frame.
Yes.
I just also find it interesting in the recap of Marjorie saying Alina's
Alina's a
arrogant.
child.
Alina's a child. Alina says things and gets into things without necessarily understanding what she's saying. For then Marjorie and Alina to be like, now we're like the same person.
The enemy of your enemy is my friend.
I guess.
That's Marjorie to me.
I do think from a very small moment that I loved later in the episode that Annalie has given Marjorie like a hard limit.
Oh, sure.
So she has a friend, but Annalie's not going to stir pots.
Yeah, the best person in this 5-person conversation, since Jocelyn and McKee are not around for this, is Annalie, for sure. Annalie was the only one who actually said something that like was objectively true to Samantha. And little did she know the volcano that she was going to make erupt.
Yeah, are you finished exchange is just like,
there's something so classic reality show fight about that I love, though. Are you finished? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you finished?
Am I the only one that has been Sheena the next morning moving around a kitchen around another person that we will not be acknowledging?
Oh no, I've done that.
Oh, we've all had a kitchen non-acknowledgement morning.
It's like, I'm just gonna eat my banana peel.
Also in one of Sheena's best outfits.
Looking great.
I was like, bring that to panel, Sheena.
Let's all move to something we can all hate. Might not be the same thing that you're thinking because there's a lot to choose from, but I'm going Mr. J's tiny hat.
No, that wasn't where I was going at all.
Wait, was there something else to hate in this scene, Alexander?
No.
I just wrote, oh no.
Guess who's back? Back again.
You know who else isn't excited for this reveal? Every girl there.
The best they can do is Annalie saying, this is huge. It's Whitney. Whitney Thompson is back. I'll give the one Whitney compliment. I will be objective. I like this length of hair.
Yep.
I think it looks nice on Whitney.
Yeah.
I agree.
She is continuing to do that weird acting, high-pitched voice she does.
Yeah.
We happen to forget our line.
And then we get such a weird montage because we see
of winners failing.
winners failing. And that seems to say this challenge doesn't matter at all.
Absolutely. Plus, we get Nicole. I'm like, oh, it's people we don't like. And then it was like, oh, no, Danny, too. You're right. People we like, people we don't like. Every winner's failed.
So they will be getting a teleprompter, but Mr. J lets them know it's not a good thing.
Do we get a teleprompter or a teleprompter? Because the captions capitalized TPT.
Uh-huh.
Is that the brand of teleprompter? Is that how we're supposed to spell it?
I looked this up because I was a teleprompter operator for a while, and
Oh.
I'd never seen it spelled like that. Yeah, I did it off and on when I did some work for one company, and I actually really like teleprompter work. I think it's fun and interesting, and you're like very engaged with what's going on screen for obvious reasons. Never seen it spelled like that, so I looked it up, and I couldn't find it spelled like this anywhere. And that's at least for our captions are always in all caps, and they only do stuff in lowercase letters when they like have to. And so it was also weird because this word was always in half lowercase.
Yeah, it was very strange.
It stood out just in a fun way, just like Frank Ockenfels, who is here to not enjoy himself.
We hope you have a lot of fun with it today and smile a lot. Great directing.
The only time a man telling women to smile more that I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because the way you said it, you didn't even want to say it.
Well, this is because Frank Ockenfels is like a big boy real-time director. And this is like...
Oh, a big boy real-time director.
Yeah, this is like garbage mama for him to have to direct this ad.
This seemed like a friend of Mr. J's, especially that like had a favor.
Question. Is this the first time we have gotten a shot of all of the copy written down?
Yes, but excuse me, why was the printer ink so low?
And why was it spaced the way it was?
And punctuated.
I can say with the spacing and punctuation thing was probably because they're printing it off straight from the teleprompter. And that is the formatting you use to make it show up a certain way on a teleprompter. Because when I used to have to give people the printout to like study just like this, sometimes they're like, why is this so weird looking? I'm like, it's just because we're printing it straight off from the teleprompter.
I will say, though, the punctuation is not helpful if you want someone to give a natural read.
No. Also, when after boring is passed, there's just 2 periods, not an ellipses.
Again, sometimes that's in the teleprompter because it's going to space it a certain way to give a bigger space to stuff. This was
so
all
weird.
someone didn't take the time to like reformat it into a Word document or something to print it off to them.
I would watch McKee do takes of the lines in the mirror forever. Loved.
This copy isn't so bad, except there's one line that really stands out. And that's, well, get an eyeful of this. Get an eyeful?
Everything else is kind of the best copy, I think.
I'm going to object to it's a look at me look.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I liked that.
Eyeful.
Again,
Eyeful was the weirdest part.
From the
me.
standard of CoverGirl commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair, but still. Oh, you put this on when you want people to look at you?
A look over there, look. Not at me. We get the return of Elisa Traub. My favorite name to say.
If you are not a top model devotee, the sentence I wrote down makes no sense, which is Alyssa Traub is no Brent Power.
They also got rid of Chrissy Barker real quick. Did she get fired?
Yeah, where is Brent Power?
Where's Brent Power?
I think we're never going to see Brent Power again.
Oh,
In my mind, he's on his honeymoon
with Bo Quillian.
With
with
Bo
Bo
Quillian.
Quillian.
I hope they're killing it and quilling it somewhere in cycle 11 and he's back for cycle 12.
I hope so, because I think I feel like Alyssa Traub is the death knell of Brent Power. Like, we're just going to see Alyssa Traub.
His greatest enemy, Alyssa Traub. I do love that name, though. I love the last name Traub for some reason. So this is an interesting commercial to final product because we kind of see the entire tape that ends up getting used. So for me, there was weirdly not a lot of notes to take because I was like, well, a lot of this I'm going to end up talking about later. The big plot line is Jocelyn sick.
Yeah.
Someone
And,
is
like,
holding her hair
sick.
back. Yeah.
Pre-shoot, though, we get an amazing moment where Sheena reads Whitney to filth and says, I know you were in the bottom too. So
You get it.
and I was just like, wow.
We do also get a couple of little cute moments that I'll like burp out real quick here. I love Annalie's little compact case click.
I am sad that did not make the final cut.
Me too.
It's so good. It's so fun. And I love Sheena going, I really felt like I believed in the product. And I really do. I like turquoise.
But then she wasn't wearing turquoise.
I think it was in the palette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alina said head churning.
Hated Mr. J having to immediately take Annalie's moment away from her because Annalie clearly murders this. Like, owns it, delivers immediately.
Yeah.
And then he has to go out of his way to be an asshole and be like, she's so much more beautiful when she's speaking than in just a shot.
That's just mean-spirited.
Yeah.
That's just mean-spirited. Also, we find out later, kind of because of Marjorie, and of course she has a breakdown, that they get 5 takes. Annalie needed the 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I did also, I'll give Mr. J his little drip drop of credit in between Jocelyn's first 2 takes. Did they serve ham and cheese between takes was funny.
That was fun.
I just feel so bad because she's clearly to make up for the fact.
Yeah, she's overcompensating because she literally just vomited everything in her system into a trash can.
It is the most telling thing when someone doesn't feel well and they're like, well, I don't want sick, I don't want tired to show up in my live show on my footage, whatever. So I'm going to push too hard. And then you don't realize that you don't have to do that. And then it becomes what Jocelyn's final product is.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, she's so naturally charming that it's not even that bad.
No.
Yeah.
We found out what Marjorie's real problem is. It's not European. It's not for being Pacno. It is that she can't take criticism in the way that we shit on Nikisha for not being able to take criticism.
Yeah.
Because after she breaks down because he's telling her it's bad, they really try to hide the fact that someone says, you ready? And she goes, yes. This really fucking bitchy yes.
Yeah, Frank is like, whoa.
I was about to say, they didn't hide that at all, Alexander, because all 3 of them, Mr. J, Frank, Elisa Traub, all like, whoa.
But I'm saying I think Marjorie can't take criticism.
Mhm.
And that's what that's when she gets so like.
I mean, Mr. J definitely seems over it.
You know what McKee can't take? The stairs. Not the correct ones anyway. McKee walking down those cardboard covered stairs to be like, you told me to go down the stairs, right? And they were like, yeah, but not the ones on camera. She was like, oh, that was like a fun moment.
It was very cute.
That moment where, oh my God, where she walked past the mark was.
It was great. It was so real. It was so first take real of like, oh, I didn't understand the instructions. I'm sorry.
Also talking about her first take, it looked like, I know they were all leaning to the side. It looked like McKee was flat on the couch before she stood up.
It did. Also, one time, so one of the lines is boring is past and now life's a blast. Jocelyn the first time says boring is the past. Boring is the past. Now we're in the present and soon the I future.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Get 2 times membership rewards points per dollar on eligible purchases in key business categories, as well as on each eligible purchase of $5,000 or more, on up to $2 million in eligible purchases per calendar year. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
There's never been a better time to enroll in Star Trek.
It's our job to prepare you for the unimaginable. To the land, cadet!
In high-pressure situations, positive reinforcement is crucial to one's success. You're doing a great job.
This is what we train for. These friends of mine, they all live for something bigger than themselves. And that's Starfleet.
Starfleet Academy. New series streaming January 15th on Paramount Plus.
Tyra Mail. That's
Ooh.
right. You asked for it, and we're going to deliver another mailbag episode. And this time, instead of just announcing it on social media, we're announcing it as part of the podcast. So any and all of you can send us mail for this mailbag episode. Now, y'all, you tell me, Alexander, Hannah, what kind of stuff are we looking for? What kind of thoughts, what kind of takes make for a good mailbag?
Love to chime in on a conspiracy theory that we have not touched on.
Love. I mean, to be honest, I love hearing compliments about me. Send those in.
I also love a good, when you did your own deep dive.
Yes.
We have some folks who, you know, did different ideas for other seasons and different, like, taking our stuff and ranking them.
Any questions you have about our process? If you have behind the scenes making of the podcast tea or tips for budding experts for Alexander, because he's the one who actually knows.
Yeah, I'll take those. I'll take those about like that kind of stuff. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
a professional.
And also just discussion questions, which are really fun. Something you want to know our thoughts about that we haven't talked about, because since we do it episode by episode, we don't get to do as many big general topics.
Mm-hmm. You can send all of those to podleadum.com. And we'll start grouping them and taking a little peek at what y'all are sending in. So send those in and stay alert for our next mailbag episode.
So my favorite part of them being back at the house, Marjorie is freaking out. At least justifiably this time. Marjorie did not have a good week.
No.
Yeah. For the first time, this is like, if this was the first time we were seeing a freak out, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And Annalie says to her, like an experienced dog owner, Marjorie, you're okay.
Calmly but firmly, direct eye contact.
Yep.
And then Sheeta called Marjorie and Alina hateful and spiteful. And where's the lie?
Well, more specifically, Sheena said she wouldn't mind them going home because they're the most hateful and spiteful to me.
Really, where's the lie there?
Yeah, I was like, and again love the specific. Sheena is very good about expressing exactly what she means.
Yes.
Mhm.
Similar to when she said they called me. Well, they're addressing me as a hoochie, and I'm like, exactly. You know exactly how to word it so that there is always truly no lie.
Hey, remember panel challenges?
Well, Tyra at least looks good at this panel.
Yes.
I don't like the shoes, but she looks good.
Okay.
But which shoes don't you like?
Wait. This is the gray shapeless thing with the little gold buckle in front?
I was okay with it.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
Guys, I just don't understand clothes.
Maybe it's a reaction to last week, and I'm like, oh, you look normal.
Yeah, maybe I was just like...
Because I just remember,
like, fine.
Like, I didn't hate it. It was just, I was just like, oh, wow, this is the most nothing of an outfit.
My standard for Tyra at panel has gotten so fucking low that I'm like,
That's
okay, that's
fair.
good.
It's a panel cleanse.
Right before we get into the return of a judging challenge, which was, I totally forgot about this moment.
Well, yeah.
They have now updated, at least maybe they did other weeks. I just didn't notice it, but I can't believe I wouldn't, because they've added a 17 cover with Lady Ashley Tisdale.
Yes, they did. Baby Lady Ashley Tisdale.
I love Ashley Tisdale so much.
I knew you would bring it up so hard. I noted it and then didn't write it down.
Yeah, I get it. It's my note to give. It's my thing to express.
Why would we show the failure of the cycle 6 heel walking?
I don't ever want to see it. My heart clutches every time they sepia tone us into that.
Poor Carrie.
Flashback.
I just
Carrie
can't
and
watch
Danny.
it.
Remember how Danny broke her fucking toe?
No.
Like how quickly we forget, Top Model.
Also, Tyra refers to these as wooden clogs when they are clearly ceramic.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Those were not made of wood.
No.
How do you know?
That was a ceramic planter, just by the finish.
Yeah.
That was not a wooden shoe.
I just thought it was like shiny paint with a shellac on it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's if we ever interview anyone from Cycle 11, that's my
That's what I
only
wanna
question
know.
now. Was this a planter or was this a shoe?
And then the worst part about this is, of course, this is the thing. The one time they're not actually going to get judged on it, when Sheena murders it.
Sheena and Jocelyn slay.
Perfect. Amazing.
The one thing Jocelyn does wrong is she does a Joanna wink. But other than that, the two of them kill this so fucking hard.
And it is a rough look for Sam and Alina.
Whew.
That was a great double gasp, y'all. Alina, who will look down at her feet the entire time, and Samantha, who's never put on a shoe before.
And then fucking eats it off stage.
Yeah. I suspect editing
goofy.
there, but
it was
still.
very like goofy comic. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, which I don't know if she actually did that, but I love the implication.
I do think, after all this is said and done, compared to other cycles, this was not an uncute way to announce that we're going to Amsterdam.
Yes, I loved the very aughts Japanese photo studio at a strip mall sticker border that comes with the two kissing Dutch children, the flowers, the windmills.
Just the stupidest. I loved it.
I love Paulina producing the blonde pigtail wig from nowhere.
Did not need a swirl windmill.
I think Miss J forced that to happen
because he hates
could
them.
laugh.
Yep.
He hates them. Yes.
And I will say this, of all the things, of all the times, of all the needs for a swirling, a windmill's not the worst.
Sure.
I wish they hadn't been earlier in the episode and this was the only time you saw it. And everyone's like, who the hell is that?
Now, as amazing as all of that coming in was, almost better was when Tyra said, but one of you is not. And then it almost like creaked, like theater set, split apart, back to reality.
Amsterdam.
Samantha's first.
The way Samantha looks at the eyeshadow palette is the way in the before times I would look when I saw someone on the subway who I knew but didn't want to talk to. Oh God, it's here?
So funny. Samantha's commercial is almost shown to us first, so we have the exact middle for what is good and bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, though Tyra makes it out like Sam is fucking Scooby-Doo and can't pronounce a word.
I don't think she was that much mouth.
I
She
don't
wasn't.
either.
And then the clip that we show and how Tyra imitates it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that was the one time you could really understand her.
Yeah. I do think Sam, and I think we've mentioned this before, but one positive she has in a commercial setting is she's got a really unique speaking voice.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which adds a personality to her right out of the gate, which is cool.
Yeah. Marjorie is so fucking fast. And all of the little movements she made me nauseous.
Oh my God, the way she stands up.
The camera can't keep up with her.
It was like she was filmed in reverse. And we're
Yeah.
seeing it like there's something so stuttery. There's almost like this strobing effect of how she moves. It's unpleasant to watch.
It's a look at me, look, a nonstop style. Boring is past, and now life's a blast. Easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl.
Paulina's pained smile watching
As she sees her
commercial.
favorite topple to the bottom. And the worst thing is they hinge on, and it's true, but they hinge on the fact that it's very speedy. It's very quick. And they don't really give any other critique. And I'm like, yeah.
Not publicly, anyway.
Well,
But even still, in private, I just feel like nothing was good about this.
No.
It
was
feels like you got a
actively
really
bad.
light critique.
Yeah, it was like, oh, if you just slow down. I'm like, the speed wasn't the biggest problem. It was the constant movement that made it
Yes.
seem like the film was stuttering.
So funny.
To cleanse our palate, though, we have Annalie, who literally every choice she makes is magic.
Tyra says it's the best commercial in top model history, and she's not exaggerating.
It's the first time she has said something like that, and it was true.
Yeah.
It's hard to point to another commercial that's better.
It's so good.
No, it's like she's been a CoverGirl representative for years.
And my favorite little moment is her going down the stairs and going easy breezy beautiful, turning the other way, CoverGirl, and then turning. I was like, that also seemed kind of hard to do.
Also, the way she said, she was like mix and match and everything else or whatever. Like there was such a spontaneity that none of it felt as, because CoverGirl copy is a little much a lot of the
Cheesy
time.
cornball
Scripted.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It's just so scripted.
And she made it seem like, oh, like you could have Annalie be on like QVC and sell literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything felt like, I use this product, I love it.
She
I just
looks
like to,
so just comfortable, natural, freaking easy breezy and beautiful.
And apparently it was her choice to use the product up top, according to what Frank
is so
implied later,
amazing.
which is good. That's so smart.
It is so nice to see Frank praise both her and Sheena.
Mhm.
It is a relief.
Plus, he's like, that's who I'd hire.
Uh-huh.
Why do y'all hate them so much? I would hire them.
Jocelyn is next, and this commercial is fine,
I think it's fine.
especially for being sick.
It is so fourth place,
And the wink here works to me. I think this
think
wink
so,
is
too.
cute.
too.
Yeah.
Now, was it good?
No.
No. But
And it's
also,
clearly not all that she can do.
I feel like I feel two things about this. One, I think you should always get credit when you push through being sick, especially since Tyra herself says, and I didn't see it on camera.
Yep.
Also, one of the big things they have harped on about Jocelyn is her voice. And her voice is a non-issue in this commercial, and it doesn't get mentioned.
That's such
I was
a good
expecting
point.
I was expecting a full Danny situation.
Yes, me too.
And that's what I kind of remembered. I was like, oh, she has like, it's too much. But I was like, oh, this is fine. She's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's sick. This is what we got when she was sick.
Yeah. Which was her pushing a little too hard. And Paulina only has the only real critique, which is like, it's just the arms were over inflecting everything. I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was trying a little too hard.
If she had another take, you'd be like, lose the arms.
Alina's commercial looks like a shotgun of makeup just blasted her in the face.
And also, it seems like that gun might still be trained on her because she seems like a captive who's being forced to say this. This is weird, y'all.
Miss J gives some really good practical advice where he's like, if you need to look down, just flick your eyes down. Don't move your entire head.
Yeah, because on top of the terrible delivery, she also takes the stairs in a way that's like she's afraid of them.
Yes.
And then at panel, she rolls her eyes so fucking hard, and not once is it commented on.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they cut back to her after getting her cake, it's like, ugh.
And it's like they try to turn it into this controlled thing again, and it's not controlled. It's just stiff.
It's
She
just
doesn't move
bad.
her
It's just
face.
badly done.
Yeah.
And then Sheena is next. And if Annalie wasn't here, that compliment would have gone to Sheena.
Yeah.
Or should have.
Both of there's a version where if you showed someone both Annalie and Sheena's commercial, I almost think 50% of the time they would choose the other one.
Yeah.
Like they're equally good, but very different too.
Mm-hmm.
They're both just very true to their own personalities. Charming.
I specifically like the way that Sheena does mix, match, and express yourself and moves the little, what is it called? A compact?
Well, she's basically being like, look at the compact.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the compact. Look at the product. She's just so good and so fluid. Like the way she gets off the couch and just kind of crosses over to the stairs. It's like you've literally caught her going out is what it feels like.
Really successfully tempers her natural way of speaking. So it still has Sheena personality, but doesn't take over the CoverGirl brand.
And of course, this gets sort of complimented.
They still can't let her have it.
Nope.
They're like, ooh, so slinky.
Well, and also just Paulina gives it the, well, it's how you speak in front of us and it works here. And I'm like, no, it's not though.
It's not at all.
She turned her personal brand into a commercial.
Mm-hmm. She made herself work for CoverGirl.
Why can't you give that to her?
And finally, McKee, who took from Whitney this voice choice that I don't understand.
I'm going to say it right now, guys. I think that this might actually be my least favorite commercial because there's a bizarreness to it that I couldn't get over.
It's like in a bizarro universe of a CoverGirl commercial.
It's not my least favorite. You can tell she just is trying really hard and doesn't know what she's doing. But I think there are glimpses of personality as opposed to Alina, who like doesn't move her face.
Sure. I don't know if I want to know the personality though.
She gives me very staycation day drunk energy.
I mean, I'm not, maybe that's just because that's an energy I can get along with.
She's giving me, she's the last person on earth and she's just saying this copy to herself. Because it was just like, life's a blast, boring is past. There's something else.
You're ready for it?
I do get the staycation day drunk vibe for sure.
And it's really the opening moment where she's just, like Alexander said, fully horizontal on the couch. Look at the camera. Her eyes are only half open for some reason.
She's trying to show off the eyeshadow.
she's just like, life's a blast. You ready for it?
Get a knife.
Help me up, boys.
I still like it more than Alina's. I don't care. And I like it more than Marjorie's.
Oh, yeah, of course. I like it more than Marjorie.
Oh, God, it's just so funny. But again, she kind of doesn't get a lot of critique, except, wow, you take makeup well. And I'm like, okay, but who cares?
Also, they're just like, you need to get better. I'm like, how is that helpful?
They basically say, you're not going anywhere. Get ready for next time you have to talk. And then Tyra takes out 2 tiny little flags. Amsterdam. Private panel.
There's a great captions crunch where Frank says enunciate, but captions say enunciate with an A, which is not the same word.
No. Tyra gives Marjorie every excuse in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that book's got an appendix. It is bigger than a traditional book. This is the 3rd edition, additional information, Alexander.
And then she assaults Nigel Barker.
Again.
This time her hand went under his shirt.
Yeah, a lot.
Why have we convinced ourselves, panel members, that Jocelyn isn't pretty? I don't understand.
It's like they're talking about a different contestant.
Yes.
It is
And
so
even
weird.
if you wanted to say maybe, and I don't see this because she did well in the high fashion photo shoots, but if you wanted to try to turn it into she's more commercial because she's got personality, I can sort of see the genesis of that. But to act like she isn't pretty?
Yeah, this whole runway model versus photo model thing. And then, of course, the cherry on top of Tyra being like, except for me and you, Paulina, we're both.
Which was weird.
Let's come out of retirement.
That moment was very strange to me. Also because Tyra's looping herself in with Paulina, who we've seen be very good at commercial, and we've never seen Tyra very good at commercial.
Paulina's also jumping through hoops to like Samantha because she says, as a quote unquote compliment, she's likable. And I think a top model should be likable. That's the best you can say about Sam, who had top photo mere weeks ago.
That's a full lie for you because you're standing for Marjorie, and Marjorie is not likable.
That's what I mean, though. I feel like Paulina's trying to come up with something she doesn't actually think.
Yeah.
But understands that Sam isn't going to go home this week.
Yeah.
Nigel's still on his charm train, and he needs to stop.
At least Alina isn't actually charming.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's also not a prerequisite to be a top model.
I love the moment when Paulina tries to summarize the remaining contestants, and there's a wide shot where Tyra rolls her eyes and then looks at Nigel to agree with her that Paulina's talking too much, or she doesn't agree, or whatever it is.
Does Paulina come back next season? It feels like
she's got one more. She's got one more. Yeah. She's not here for the petite cycle, but she is here for cycle 12.
Great. So these have been screen grabbed from your commercial.
They've been screen grabbed. I said, hold still screen, and I grabbed it.
Yoink. And now your face is on a piece of paper.
That's how it works. Annalie is first because literally, of course.
Yeah.
And then Sheena because
they
far and away.
Deny it. They couldn't deny it.
No. Then Sam as the middle of the.
I think that's a fair placement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then Marjorie.
Wild, crazy, bizarre, silly, stupid.
And McKee, which leaves Alina versus Jocelyn.
Would y'all's bottom two been Alina, Marjorie?
Yes.
I could even make an argument for Alina McKee.
Yeah, I could too. Because McKee's was
Alina
weird.
Marjorie.
Because for me, it would have been Alina McKee with Marjorie as the third.
I don't know. I hated Marjorie's. It was.
I guess the only thing is that Marjorie did have accidentally so for me, like a personality.
Okay. Yeah.
But Jocelyn is so clearly fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she looks so pretty in panel.
And then this.
Oh my God.
The way we. Not only is this all a fucking nightmare, we get double the eliminations. Like, this is so much that Tyra says that she, like, halfway through is like, oh, I guess I could throw this other thing in. Also, back to Alina.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
But the best part is Sam and Sheena.
Oh, when they're like,
come on, Jocelyn.
Come on, Jocelyn. Come on, Jocelyn. Come on. Out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't subtitle shenanigans. Like, you hear them cheer, and we've rarely gotten that.
So then Tyra says to Jocelyn,
ugh,
you have such a beautiful strength. And for somebody to get up and be so sick, but still to perform, that's a survivor. Flip the picture, and Jocelyn, you'll be able to survive this. Alina.
Which is confusing language that you would almost think from the outside, oh, that means she is staying.
You're going to survive this judging.
Yeah.
No, instead, you're going to survive this
going home.
This atrocity.
Yeah, you know when you really want to bait and switch?
Also, I'm not sure I love calling Jocelyn a survivor and using that particular language for this moment in general.
Mm-hmm. And then to be like, I'm so impressed by you, but the judges, and that's why I'm sending you home, because you're a survivor, because of this really beautiful quality about you. That's why you're going home, because the judges don't give pity points, and it's not enough to deliver? What?
Alina would be broken by this, so she can't go home.
And this is so like, there is a narrative where it was a problem last week for Alina. It's been a problem for several weeks. Alina should clearly have gone home here.
Yeah.
And it's almost surprising from the editing that didn't happen since this was such an Alina-focused episode.
But I think it's editing
so
shenanigans, though. It's producer shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
It's them saying, Alina's causing a lot of problems in the house. We have a shit ton of footage of Alina having opinions, strong opinions about a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like they're like, well, we're going to have Alina go so that she and Sheena can get into it again. They're going to have a long flight together.
Well, not only that, like, they're going to Europe.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought too. And I did like Jocelyn's last thing because it's almost confusing until you remember where she's from, where she says, I'm going to get out of Lucky and pursue my career. And I was like, get out of Lucky. Oh, that's
right.
Whoops. Oh, also, before we move on, Alina's hands, when she lifts them up, were purple.
Not great circulation. Maybe it's all that jewelry.
Yeah, because she's got 3 rings on each finger.
How hard was she gripping her hands?
Jocelyn's name is Jocelyn Pennywell.
Great name.
Love it. And sometimes she's listed as Jocelyn Pennywell -trim.
Oh.
Like to be trim and fit.
Yeah.
Yep. And this was an easy one to look up. So thank you, Jocelyn, for doing the work for me, because you can go to jocelyn-pennywell.com and see just a ton of stuff. So one of the she's lists herself mostly as a realtor now.
Okay.
But on this website, she also gives a lot of acting demo reels, which are super fun to watch. She's not a bad actor. And modeling. She even still has some top model shots up there. I specifically saw the award show one, which I was like, is that the one you wanted to put up? But okay.
She liked the dress.
Yeah, exactly. I want to read her bio that she has on her website. Jocelyn Pennywell, Southern Belle Flair. Most people know this Southern Belle from the hit CW network show America's Next Top Model 11, a well-traveled and professional model, actress, host, and public speaker that moved from the quaint village of Lucky, Louisiana, to California to continue to pursue her career. She's an expert on the runway and toured the country, Canada, and the Bahamas with Ebony Fashion Fair. Jocelyn has appeared in several films, commercials for Fast Tax, AT&T, Buffalo Wild Wings, which, love Buffalo Wild Wings, and TV shows over her 15 years in the industry. Writer and producer, creating inspirational projects to exploit her many talents. She is a very educated lady with her master's in science in criminal justice and bachelor's of science in business management from Grambling State University, as well as a former Miss USA, Miss National pageant title holder. And now she's helping people obtain properties as a licensed real estate agent in California. Her motto is never give up, because she strongly believes that all things are possible through Christ, and she continues to grow, expand, and inspire. And then a really cool photo of her, it looks like on the runway. Top. Yeah, absolutely. So still pursuing things artistically in modeling and acting and that kind of stuff, but a realtor, it seems like, full time. In the village of Lucky.
The quaint hamlet. What a joy of a contestant. What an absolute ray of sunshine.
I remembered liking her, but didn't realize I would like her this much.
Yeah, I remembered the voice.
Yeah, and I remembered she also had good early photos and kind of didn't remember. My memory was, I remembered she got eliminated the commercial, and for some reason in my head I put it together that she got eliminated because of her speaking voice.
Yeah
And that had nothing to do with it.
I barely remembered her, which is sad for me, but also wonderful for me because I got to experience it all over again.
And good for her for just generally staying out of the drama while also still having an opinion on things,
right?
Which is a hard line to walk,
because she was, as she even said, an adult.
Yeah.
She gave full adult energy and was like not going to get into it with children.
Yeah.
And if you think we're adults, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.
Perfect.
Love hearing your hot takes, iced tea. Leave us a review if you can. Follow us. You can reach out to us at podleadum.com to send us emails or handwritten packages tied up with string.
And if you tweet about us, make sure to use the hashtag #PodLeadem so that we can see them. And I want to read out a couple of fresh tweets that we got. This one is from someone who made on Twitter their screen name look like a 1 out of 5 star review, and then in quotations, a real bummer, but that's their name. It has nothing to do with us, which is really funny. Anyway, if I haven't forced you under threat of violence to listen to Pod Leadem yet, this is me doing that. Love it.
Choose violence.
Here's one from Notebooks. Hey, Notebooks, who said, when the ANTM podcast brings up Odyssey of the Mind.
Well,
past episode, and then a great GIF expressing that. From Wolf Peach, my dumb day is made now that I found the Pod Lead'em podcast and also linked to our Stitcher profile. And Ashley said, Wednesday is alternately known as Pod Lead'em Day in my house. And then we had a great one from Claire, who wrote multiple tweets. And I'll just read a little bit of it, but was explaining that right now the only thing getting me through is Pod Lead'em. Said we were screamingly hilarious, specifically said that Hannah has a wonderfully infectious laugh, and that Claire's post-pandemic travel plans include Model Land, all right, to live tweet the experience, and now I'll be looking for that, Claire, so make sure. And also specifically love that we call Chirons Tyrons, which is so funny because when I read the word Chirons, I was like, what's a Chiron? Oh! So thank you so much. That's just a small selection. We see them all. We will read as many as we can on this show. But thank you so much. That's always so great to hear. And it's kind of funny to be remembered of things we referenced in past episodes. And I was
when
like,
people are just discovering
the podcast. It's fun. We get to walk down our own little memory lane.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm lurking on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And once again, be sure to use the hashtag PodLead'em every time you do, so I can like it, retweet it, maybe. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
New year, new Alexander. So for PodLead'em, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Pod Lead'em is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.